I just used Kenwood.
I just saw
Good to
that.
go, Matt.
Sucks.
All right. All right, we're gonna officially start the meeting here at 18:06, and we have a quorum verified with three officers present: myself, KD2 UCJ Robert, and Treasurer Cody with a K. We've got three members of the board present. We've got Jake, Steven, and Justin. And nope, that's Terry, not um, DJ. All right, we've got. I'm. I don't think I have minutes for the last meeting, so I'm gonna table the minutes for that would have been May. We've got some new members that we're gonna vote in today, so I'll rattle them off. It's gonna be KD2H G, that's Joe. Whiskey 6 ZZW. I don't recognize that call sign. K1 KPC, KC1 YMG, K7 WJF, WV5G, and KG6 TTN. So, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 members. Do we have a motion to vote in these 7 new members?
Motion from N3KW.
Second, WX2CIB.
And-
All in favor, say aye.
Thank you. Sorry.
Aye.
You're good. All opposed, say nay.
Okay, none opposed. Thank you. Sorry, just annotating everything.
No, you're good, Matt.
Okay, so first thing we have is the treasurer's report. Cody, did you get a chance to see that in the board chat? Did you want to take that one?
Yep. Total right now is 5,340 and 66. I know 85 of that is in PayPal, and I was having some trouble with Blue Vine, but Robert helped me out there.
Okay. All right, thank you. And Cody with a C is not here. Steven, do you have a VP report?
Sorry, I forgot to turn my mic on. No, I don't.
All right, no report. I've got. Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry.
Oh, okay. I've got no report for the secretary stuff. And moving on to the committees with membership, we currently have 36 one-year members, 16 three-year members. We've got 394 guest members, 8 expired members, including myself. I got to pay today. Public affairs, the Flag and Torch Society Facebook has 635 followers. The YouTube has 147 subscribers. I don't have a report on Instagram or X. Military Amateur Radio Facebook page has gained quite a following over the past couple months. I think the report for March was about 6,000 people following Military Amateur Radio on Facebook, and we are now up to 11,595. Military Amateur Radio US is at 1,752. We've got, and that's it. I've got. Do we have anyone heading up Education Committee yet, Robert?
No, I know that's
yeah.
your thing, and some we're talking about. No, I
Yeah,
do think, Jake, we need to make that a point of discussion at the next board meeting. And to also recognize that Jake is doing stuff, so it's not for nothing. We are getting people.
So here's
help.
here's what I'll say on the record, and I say it every meeting. I know it's a broken record here. If you guys have a topic of interest and you guys know something, you know about vapes, you know about pen and paper, you know about Kleenex tissues and lotion, whatever you guys have a big interest in, and you guys want to teach about it, please come to us and talk to us about something that you want to teach, and we'll put you on the calendar. Uh, would love to have some classes going. So if you guys got anything for education, that's all I got. Do we have anything for adventure? I think we had field day recently. Robert, did you
Yeah,
want to?
well, yeah. I think at the end of this, I'd love to hear everyone's field day experience, and just keeping in line anyone who doesn't know that we agreed as a club earlier this year that us Flag and Torch Society, we really want to tackle Winter Field Day, and then for ARRL Field Day, it's with your local community to get out there, get out and do some stuff. So if you guys have any pictures of you guys doing it, I'm pretty sure I saw Dave's Ugly Mug on the Northern New York Facebook page operating up in Ogdensburg. So that's awesome. Rocco stopped by our section as well, and saw us doing stuff in Clayton. So um, big thing is get out and take some time to do that.
Yeah. So just remember, guys. As much as we're a club, we don't really have a club K2FTS repeater sponsored or anything like that. We're not huge in the sense of we're making a big repeater network. We've got some digital modes like that, but we're here to help people get educated, provide resources to help, veterans get signal jobs and things like that. We're here to help people. So that's why I harp on the education thing. And we're also, you know, helping that with that vision, making it so that people get to the clubs that they're around with military bases and things like that. We've got the map up on the website, I think, still with clubs around different. Right now I think it's just army bases, and we can expand that, but we've got clubs on a map so people can look at what military base they're at, and go out and meet people, do things, and talk about doctor's appointments, whatever it is. So um, you know, that's that's all I got. And I think that really concludes everything for. Oh, actually, last thing is just the technology report. So the new website is up. The Flag and Torch Society site now doesn't take 15 years to load, which is awesome. So now you can go to that and actually see the web page before your coffee is done brewing. So check out that webpage that Robert made. Let us know if there's anything you guys want to see added, or if you've got pictures of events you guys are doing, showing up to with your Flag and Torch Society gear and things like that. We'll throw some pictures up, anything like that. The back end website, which is where we handle all our membership and things like that. If you guys go to the Flag and Torch Society site, there should be a button there that says members, and then you can go to register and log in and things like that. So get that, get your account made there. The club code is FATS and FATS, and you can pay your dues, get a roster. You can even see club events going on there. Subscribe to your that calendar to your Google or your um, Apple calendar, whatever it is, iCal. Um, so those are the websites that are out there and working now. There's the newsletter on there as well. So if you guys want to stay in tune with what's going on with the club, and you know get a reminder for meetings and things like that, other than Discord, because I get it. There's a lot of notifications here. Make sure you're up on that newsletter. And that's all I got for technology. Do we have any unfinished business from the May meeting? Going once, going twice. Nobody's got anything for unfinished May business. I can now. Go ahead. I think that would be new business. Okay. All right. I've got no unfinished business. New business. Go ahead, Jake. Go ahead, Robert.
Hey, yeah. So I'll say this. I don't know what we agreed on, but I'll pay for someone's ticket if they spend 4 hours at the booth.
Well,
Not paying. Not
we
what.
we bought six. The club bought 6 tickets. I'm using 2 of them. Jake's using 1 of them. So we have 3 that are still available.
That math didn't math out, but I'm cool with that. Yeah. So we still have some tickets. If anyone, Paul, are you going?
Yeah, so for the record, I don't need a ticket because I'll have media credentials. I will be there, but I can't commit to a time slot because I don't know what the weather's going to be like. You know,
It's.
I may not be at the Hamfest.
I'll say this. You know, Paul, you do a great job. Do some outreach on your page if you know anyone, any veteran out there who wants to go and doesn't have a ticket, just send them our way, man. You know, we'll figure some stuff out.
Cool.
It's about the community. Get them in here. You know, if they want to sit down, even if it's an older person who just wants to take a seat for a little bit, have somewhere to you know have a cold water or whatever. We can do that.
Isn't that why Steven's going to be there?
Yeah, that's why Steven's gonna be there. Steven got the XXL chairs, the big campers. So Steven is gonna be heading this one up. Steven, if you need anything else, please let us know. He's got so much shit from flyers to banner to flags to stickers to everything. That
If
we
you need a flag or a sticker or some other merch, stop by the booth. We'll be there Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday.
yeah. I think I know we can't necessarily sell things, but if people come by and want a sticker, you know, if they can just give you $1 or donation or something like that, that would help us out. Or whatever price your brain says for the loved ones. But I do think that this is something that we keep up. We try and get to every ham fest. We do whatever, have a booth somewhere and represent when we can.
Well, the board has elected to do Huntsville and Dayton. And those are the number 1 and number 2, maybe number 1 and number 3 Hamfest for the nation. So that should be a pretty good showing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think we had a good amount of people come in from Hunts or Dayton Hamvention, so I think that was pretty well.
and you know, Trevor brought up, you know, Trevor was a big proponent of it too, where if we have people like Trevor or other people that you know, we want to get a booth for, so they don't have to go out of their way to figure it all out. We can support that, and help them out however we can. So that was a good relationship. Aaron helped us out there.
Oh yeah,
So that was a big win for us.
we were in a back room that we didn't know, but that's fine.
Um, I don't want to take over yet, but is there anything else before I word vomit a bunch of stuff?
Do we have any other new business from the members, the officers, the board? Go ahead, Robert. So it looks like we're good.
Okay. First of all, I want to recognize the new folks that are coming in. Joe finally got off his ass and pitched in some money and wants to join the club, only because of what we're doing with our money. And for those of you who don't know, we got a bunch of radios over to Jake, and with the testing sessions they're doing down at Fort Gordon with the soldiers, I think we said like maybe like top 3 or 4 or whatever are going to be getting radios, which is super awesome. Um, that we're able to take some of our money, get some fangs, slap them on there, and the guys could use it. Um, so, um, but I will say to the new members, like, I think sometimes it's the things like that that we're actually doing. Matt mentioned we should be giving classes, we should be doing. We have to remember that it's not just like a social club for the boys. That it's the stuff that we do that brings people back here. So that's awesome. I will mention among this list, uh, Whiskey Six Zulu Zulu Whiskey. I talked to him the other day. Donald Beck. He's out in Los Angeles area. He's been pushing for veterans to get like their licenses and giving them radios and stuff like that, all by his lonesome out there. He's got a website. I forget what it is, but this is a guy. We'll probably never see him on Discord, but I'll vouch for him. Him and I talked for like an hour the other day, and he just wants to help and support. So he bought a sweatshirt, he bought membership, and I think he's gonna send us a Bio and charger that he had that he has sitting around. So good dude. Additionally, Annie Day. I know Paul, you got Annie in here. Annie reached out to me about a month ago and said that she's doing an event, um, or sitting at a large event space, uh, you know, and she wanted to represent Flag and Torch Society. So I sent her like 500 flyers and a flag and some stickers and stuff. And I said, hey, take this and spread the word. And it's another person who's like, hey, I just want to help the community and like provide outreach. And I mentioned to them, it's like, why do it by yourself when we can all help each other out? And I think that's so cool. The relationship that we have with K4 WAR, and some of these other small places where people are trying to do something, allows us to grow. So really awesome. It's those new members, those 6 or 7 that we voted in today, the people that renewed for 3 years. It's really awesome. That's what keeps us going. Additionally, reflecting on members, I feel like we haven't paid a lot of attention to some of them in the past. I did send out about like 15 different little care packages to some of the long-term folks that have been around, um, just to say like thanks for sticking around. If you didn't get it and you're in this group, I'm really sorry. um, None of the officers got it, don't worry, or the board members. Um, but you know, just to remind people, like, hey, we want to help out where we can. I think everyone in here has benefit some way from the members within it. I think, let's see, Cody, I sent you a loop antenna. AJ has his iJu. I just sent to him. He's got to fix it, but Dave Bard at 891. Like we've all like helped each other out, and that's what I just love. Yeah,
I
you
am
can look
not
at
wearing this at the Hamfest.
why not, Steven?
That's the official shirt. You have to wear
That's
it.
the official Scooter Brigade shirt.
$20 if you steal a Walmart scooter and wear
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say he needs a scooter though. He can't
Yeah,
just
so
not
I
be the
wasn't sure
scooter.
if you're gonna wear it or not. I got it in your size, but you can just hang it up if you want to.
$20 if you use a scooter, 100 if you fill one from Walmart.
So yeah, just recognizing new members and old members. I wanted to make sure that I did, because that's what keeps us going. And then that segues into our goal here is to build community. And I've been reaching out to a lot of people recently, just being like, hey, I just want to build community, and I talked. I think the other day I sent to like one of our group chats. I'm some of these influencers that are pushing out a lot of like stuff just to push out stuff sucks. But there's other people that aren't. They're just out there building community. They're trying to do stuff. Um, and I want to get those people in here. Paul's brought a lot of people from YouTube in here, and they've come in here and they've just broke down with us on a weekend, and like it's so awesome to meet some of them, real people, um, which is really cool. And I want to continue building that community and growing that and mutually supporting each other.
Company, and it doesn't say
Steven, turn that down. Jeez. Additionally, I want you guys to keep in mind, we're a not-for-profit organization. Volunteering is not easy. It is, and I want you to think about this. As we started Flag and Torch Society, is it 5 years ago now? All of that is non-paid time that that we've tried to put into this organization. So like I understand it is very hard to find time to build that one class to do whatever X thing. It is hard, but um, it it doesn't need to be a big thing right away. I look back. Sometimes I get super pissed off where our club's at, but then I look back where we were when we started this with our website, with our merch, with like all this stuff, and it looked like a bunch of fucking amateurs. And even we still look like amateurs, but like we've definitely got our shit together with some stuff, not all the stuff. I forgot about the meeting today. I'm pretty sure we all did. But like but there's some shit that like Matt built a whole fucking website, and is continuing to build it. We have a network, we have a community, we're on social media a little bit, like we have money in the bank, we're not poor. And we want to continue. Yeah, we put the amateur in amateur radio. Yeah. We still have to be rookies. But remember that, like, at the end of the day, like, the way that you can give back to the community is by taking a little bit of your time, because you always have time. There's always something to dedicate, and it's to help the greater good and to help the cause. Um, so find whatever fits best for you, but there is always time, a slice of time in there that you can take to do something. Speaking of which, someone who does take time, Steven. He's taken time to build up a digital reflector to work and break and work and break and work and break. I'm gonna start hounding Steven in the next couple weeks, to get that thing working. But what I need from everyone is how do we make the reflector a place that people want to go? Now I'm gonna start giving Steven some different nets that we want to schedule on there. As you can hear, I have it on hams over IP right now. But if there are digital nets that we can get on there, that if you had this radio playing all the time, you'd actually want to hear it. Um, he had the Dixie Trader net going on it, and I love listening to it, just having it in the background. And I actually noticed when it went away, we have the Legion net on. I'm gonna give him more to throw on there to where 24-hour schedule. We have different nets coming from different places, and it's actually a place that, hey, my radio sits on the FATS reflector because there's 30 different nets during the week, and it's all my favorite ones that are like for different veteran stuff, or it's hosted by these guys, or it's a cool little net that I just like to hop in on. Okay. So just keep that in mind. And Steven, I know I told you that something's broken, but super appreciate that you're on it. And now that I've kind of figured out digital, I always have it on at least a radio or my phone. No, YSF and DMR are still down as of right now. He's talking to me on VoIP instead of the meeting. Okay. I will say this. The next thing that I'm going to start leaning into is we're going to start winter field day planning, and I'm going to start working with Trevor to get some outreach going and find out who we can start partnering with, right? So I take some of the notes from winter field day, and I'm going to start reaching out to some vendors and some people that might want to help us. For some reason, Aaron just hopped in, but I thought of like Aaron, and I'm like, how can I get a Flag and Torch Society specific winter field day key made, even though I don't key, but like when you think about cold weather operations, do I need like big fat paddles that are like inspired by the military style keyer? And I'm like, that's something that I can get that Aaron would make for me because I'm wearing big fat gloves trying to key. But I want to reach out with Trevor to a bunch of vendors, just to be like, hey, one of our big problems was heat. One of our big problems was power. One of our big problems was attentage. One of our big problems that I think is a big one is antennas, masts, stuff like that. And not just for everyone, because everyone has this great idea solution, but none of those motherfuckers have been in northern New York during winter field day. And I will tell you, it took me 4 months to get some of the stakes out of the ground because they wouldn't thaw. I shit you not. So that's one thing that I'm going to approach this year is how do I get antennas up without infrastructure, without doing stuff that other people can do, slamming stuff in grounds. I'm going to be looking towards masts or freestanding masts and stuff like that. And the poor grass from the fuel. Trevor, we don't talk about that in public, right? So those are things that I'm going to start shooting out to people and talking to the Steven from Alpha Antennas. He's been super supportive. If you guys aren't tracking, if you are a member, we have a membership code to get like 30% off Alpha Antenna stuff, right? So check that out if you're in the market for a new antenna. I use the Hex Tenna for field day this year. And I have his J pole up at my in-laws house right now. So on top of that, we'll talk about vendors. Aaron's probably building keys right now, but Modern Morris, if you guys aren't tracking, Paul, I did just use coupon code Grouch to buy a Reliance antenna. So I just got a Reliance antenna in. If you guys didn't know, Reliance with discount code Grouch, you get a discount on that. Also, ZBM2 Industries makes a 2-meter, 70-centimeter antenna, which looks pretty freaking dope. I was on the fence about buying the antenna. And then I went to the website, found out this dude's like 10-year Navy vet, works out of San Diego. So I was like, hey, let me support him. And then I went to do a checkout, and he has a 30% GovX ID checkout for his antennas. So like that was another one that I was super surprised. I emailed him and I told him what we do. And Jake, he said that when we want to put an order in for some antennas, if we want to, he'll throw in some free ones for giveaways for the service members. So ZBM2 Industries, check them out. Super happy with the response that I got from them. And that's what I want to do is I want to keep reaching out, trying to find these vendors that are veteran owned, or like they're out there for a good cause. Armalock, I reached out to them, but I did see that bunch of previous 11 Bravos over there that work for them. Maybe there's some like custom stuff that we can ask from these guys to say like, hey, we focus on winter field day. These are our obstacles that we have as a military community. How can we work with us and give us a little bit bigger name out there? So Trevor, that's going to be you and me in the next coming weeks. And then yeah, tagging on to that, Winter Field Day. I'm doing it this year. I talked to Mike, and he said that the Winter Field Day Association wants Flag and Torch, I believe, to operate a special event call sign, right, for them, uh, in whatever capacity that means. Whether that means we're using K2FTS and people are hunting us down for a bonus, or they are getting a special event call sign and we are operating it. Either way, they want us to be involved. So clear your calendars. I don't want to hear any bullshit that you're off skydiving or making keys or uh, being a dirtbag on your motorcycle, or sleeping on top of your Jeep and you can't get your radio to work. I had to attack everyone that I could see. Like, we can do this. This could be a really cool event for our club, and I'm really
How
excited.
come you didn't attack the hose puller?
The what? The hose puller?
The EMS guy.
Oh, because we got a bunch of those, don't we? Oh, yeah. I don't know if a hose
That's
puller
the
and EMS guy is the same thing.
no. That's you're thinking Band-Aid, bitch. Hose humpers are the fire guys.
Either way, we have a real cool outlet to like do a neat event. And the good thing that Mike says is like, Winter Field Day is for you to prepare how you want to prepare. So, um, it, and we'll talk about it as a club, but like you don't necessarily have to engulf yourself in the elements and have to rough it, though that is preferred. That you are miserable. Um, if it doesn't pan out, it doesn't pan out. So, um, I don't want people backing out and saying, "Oh, I can't do it this year." We'll just say we'll do it differently. So, we're gonna commit and we're gonna do it. Okay, that's enough of me talking. I think that hit everything. Yeah. Anything else from the officers board members before Matt closes this up?
I got a
Yeah.
couple questions.
We'll
So
start
you
with
can
Aaron.
go first.
Who goes first? What? Me? I came in late? Did you guys talk about Huntsville?
Yes.
Okay. And you guys know that your booth is right next to mine.
Cool.
Oh, is it really?
Sweet.
Yeah. Well, there's one booth between us. So, did you guys pay for power? Because that's extra.
No, we're not going to shouldn't need power.
Okay. Well,
No, but we're
okay.
gonna bring an extension cord now to get it from Aaron.
I know that. Okay. I
Because
was just
he
making
paid for
sure.
power.
Oh, you know I pay for power. Yeah. All right. Good. All right. That was
he's
my
gonna
only
have he's
detail
gonna
on it.
have we're gonna have a hot dog cooker on ours now.
Need to charge Steven Scooter somehow.
Hey, Steven, you should do the real Legion thing and get the popcorn maker out there. That's what they have at ours.
Oh yeah.
Just be popping
Ooh.
popcorn the whole time.
You gotta fry jalapenos in the oil first. That's the best way.
Hey, Aaron, make sure you figure out how to come up with a coupon code for FATS members, and
Okay.
don't make it automatically add 10% on top of the fee. Yeah,
It's just
I'm
it'll
adding
allow
gratuity.
it'll allow a custom engraving as long as it's as long as it's a dick butt.
Yeah. All right. Does someone else have something? I think someone did.
Yeah, I did. I
Then
was wondering if you guys have a process set up for being sponsored by company sponsorships.
no,
In terms of like,
honestly, no one's ever asked us. No one likes
Okay.
us. So,
Well, for reference, I am an owner of a company that's growing. This year is $250,000. Next year will be closer or above $500,000, and I would be interested in sponsoring Flag and Torch as a company as well, as of 2027 Q1. So if you guys can get together as a board and discuss, you know, what you could use from a sponsorship, what events that, a company could pay for, and those kind of things that you'd be interested in the first quarter of next year, um, my company would like to pay for that event in its entirety.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. Good thing I think you do know someone on the board that
I do.
is gonna take the brunt of that task right there.
Yes, but I do want
Um,
it to be an overall board decision. I want to make sure, everyone agrees that, this is something that's going to benefit not just everyone in Flag and Torch, but, the mission of Flag and Torch to the max, because I'm willing to benefit quite a decent amount of money towards charity events. A big part of our company, next year, we're going to be contributing 20% of all of our profits to charity, and I think this would be a great avenue for some of that money. So
Awesome.
oh yeah, man,
Thank you.
that's great. Yeah, that's perfect. I think that's gonna be a big thing. That especially if we formally have this relationship with the Winter Field Day, uh, veterans doing a big event. Um, Not only AJ presenting this, but a lot of other companies, we can reach out and be like, hey, we are actually partnered with a large event that happens every year, and
right,
we're veterans. Like, you know, let's do something about this.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. And
so
then also, I know a lot of us, um, myself included, we have trouble getting to these events for one reason or another, whether it be financial or we're just busy or whatever. But um, I think some good use of that money too could be used to flight vouchers, gas money vouchers to get to some of these events, or people who really want to do these things, but just it's not economical for them.
yeah, I mean, if you guys are willing to pay 20%, we were always talking about doing a FATS retreat up in the Adirondacks to activate that park for a week.
Nice. Yeah, I'd be all for it.
Yeah, board
Yeah, yeah,
officers
of course.
only.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's a
AJ.
trial
But,
run. It's a trial run.
yeah, board officers get first class. Everyone.
It's actually just Robert.
It's just
Robert and his
he
family.
gets his own private plane over there.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys remember the when I was out in California and Cody and I went to Vegas. I posted pictures and I said, FATS executive retreat out in Vegas or on the Strip, and I think some people took it seriously. They're like, "What the fuck?"
Didn't you two get married out there too?
Yes,
Multiple
they did.
times. Yeah. Hey, the other thing I want to bring up, because you brought up a really good point, AJ, is like not a lot of people can get to some of these things. And another thing that I'm trying to tackle is how do we best communicate with the people that don't do things our way, right? So, and the reason I say that is the guy Donald Beck that I mentioned on here, great dude, supports the cause, very aligned in our mission, will never be on Discord. How do we connect with him and allow him to reap the benefits of membership and community and all that stuff? So that's something I don't want an answer on now, but like it's the reason why I started a Signal group chat. If you guys want to be in a Signal group chat with members, if you go on the members page, like there's a link there. So if you want to stay in touch by Signal, you can. I started a groups.io. So if you want to be on groups.io and converse that way and not on Discord, that is there. Joe, I don't need you to talk. Joe knows 50,000 different platforms that you can talk on, encrypted, and it cuts your penis off so you're a woman. I don't know. Like you can be whoever you want. But there are 1,000 different ways. But the question is how do we talk to, and it doesn't have to be every single person. We don't have to accommodate to every single person, but what are some different ways that we can really branch out and get out there? And because this hobby is full of a lot of people that may not be, on Discord or doing things like this. So no one answer that now. Just put that in your mind. Drop an idea to me under the suggested things. Be like, hey, I think, XYZ would be a great way to do this. So, yeah. So that being said, I'm back to any questions or comments from the general public. All right, nothing heard. Matt, it's all yours.
All right. I think 1846 is going to conclude the official meeting. Everyone is welcome to continue to hang out and converse and whatever. The next board meeting is scheduled for the 11th, may happen on the 18th, undetermined time. We'll figure that out. Last one was sporadic. The next general meeting is going to be September 13th at 6 p.m. 1800 Eastern, and hope to see everyone there. And again, if you guys want to do any teaching, get involved with anything with the club, something like that, up on the top of the Discord, there's a red question mark that says support request. You can open a ticket. The board members can see it. The officers can see it. Talk with us about anything you want to talk about. Teaching, the website, sponsorships, anything you guys want to talk to us about. Go create a ticket. Let's talk about it. So that's there, and that's all I've got. We're closed.
Hey, so I'm gonna end the recording here in a second, but guys, stick around because Paul's gonna do a little show and tell on his skydiving adventures that he did in Dayton, and some of the stuff that he's gonna be doing. I just want to see some pictures and maybe some videos because it's probably super intense.
All right.
As he gets up and walks away.